Hello and welcome. You have tuned into Headlines Now with me, Linda Hercules. Before we move into all the stories in detail, let's take a quick look at the top headlines. Anti-Kudankulam activists joined the bandwagon of Jal Satyagraha against the commissioning of the nuclear plant. The Supreme Court refuses to stop fuel loading at the plant but stresses that safety of the people is of prime importance. Sources say the Finance Ministry proposes a hike in diesel and LPG prices. Will the centre crack the whip on coal companies now? Government committee recommends cancellation of 4 coal blocks. Mulayam Singh Yadav makes it clear that the Samajwadi Party does not support the UPA government, hints at elections earlier than 2014. 13 years after the infamous IC-814 plane hijack, prime suspect arrested in Jammu and Kashmir for allegedly providing logistics. And the Deccan charges remain unsold after owners reject their sold with BCCI to take a final call by the 15th of September. News in detail. Hundreds of protesters, including women and children, waded into the sea near the nuclear plant in Kudankulam to demand the project be shut down immediately. A new wave of protests began after the Atomic Board gave clearance for fuel to be loaded into one of the 2 reactors. Villagers in places like Idindakarai have been galvanized by SP Uday Kumar, who heads the People's Movement Against Nuclear Energy. He was, however, not present for the Jal Satyagraha today.
நாங்க இங்க விட்டு இந்த மண்ணை விட்டு வேற எங்கேயுமே போக முடியாது. இந்த மண்ணில தான் எங்களுக்கு வாழ்வு. இதை விட்டா கடல் தொழிலை விட்டா வேற எந்த தொழிலுமே எங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. மம்புட்டி எடுக்க தெரியாது, கூட தூக்க தெரியாது. கடல்லாம் சாவணும்னு நினைக்கிறோம், கடல்லாம் சாவணும். அதனால இந்த போராட்டம் நாங்க நடத்துறோம்.
The government should not fill the uranium in the plant. The government should not arrest the protesters, and the government should release all the people who were arrested without any condition. The government should compensate the people, those who are lost their properties and those who are injured. They have to compensate the people by the government. These are the conditions.
The Supreme Court has refused to stop the loading of fuel into the nuclear reactor of the Kudankulam plant, but stressed that safety of the people is of prime importance. The top court is hearing a petition filed by activist lawyer Prashant Bhushan, who has pleaded that 11 out of 17 safety measures have not been implemented at the plant. The court will take up the case for detailed hearing next week on the 20th of September, but has refused to stall the process of loading fuel, which was to have begun on Monday last but did not as protests began.
Court asked the government whether these 17 recommendations were made and whether they have been complied with or not. So the government said that no, these are only additional recommendations by way of abundant caution and these are not necessary, etc. And they said that the safety aspects of this case have also been dealt with in the other judgment, which was relating to environmental clearance for this project. The attitude of the court was very positive, and they said that we are concerned about the safety of these people, and if these are expert committees' recommendations made by the government's own experts, then why should they not be? They asked the government, why should they not be implemented before you operationalize the plant?
Fuel loading has not begun. There are final things, last minute things still to be carried out, and as soon as those are completed, we'll get the report from our ground team. Those reports are reviewed. There was an advisory committee which looks at those reports. Those results will be seen, and then only the go-ahead will be given. People are saying critical safety requirements without which the plant cannot go ahead. This is not right. You have to see it in perspective, and that is what I tried to cover. This plant has the committee which recommended the thing. The wording of that is that it has robust features. Tsunami is, with respect to tsunami, it is large margin. There are backup power supplies. There are safety features which are unique in the world.
Moving on, the Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs headed by Prime Minister Manmohan Singh met this evening to decide on raising diesel, cooking gas and kerosene prices. Sources say that the Finance Ministry proposes a minimum of 4 rupees diesel hike, a minimum of 100 rupees LPG hike, adding that no hike has been proposed for PDS kerosene.
समझता हूँ ये बहुत दिनों से चर्चा चल रही है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, मगर तेल कंपनियों को भी बचा करके रखना है। यदि एक बार तेल कंपनियां गड़बड़ा गई तो फिर हमारे तेल कंपनियों को खड़ा करना बड़ा कठिन काम होगा। वो एक राष्ट्रीय संपदा है, उसको भी
We have warned the government. The country is already reeling under huge inflation, price rise. It has been a mismanaged economy. The Prime Minister has been tom-tomming about 9% growth, which has slumped to 5.5 now. The industrial production has dropped dramatically. And here is the government which is again trying to impose another price hike, whether it's petroleum products or diesel. It's unacceptable. The country will burn this time. The government has no moral or right or an authority when it is itself indulging in corruption, and when lakhs and lakhs of crores are being benefited or being lost from the government's treasury. The government has no authority whatsoever to unleash another reign of terror through raising the prices of petrol and diesel.
Onto the coal blocks allocation case, where the interministerial group has recommended the de-allocation of 4 coal blocks allotted to private companies since the end-use plans had not yet been set up. The group has also recommended that the bank guarantee of 3 other private companies be encashed, as they had failed to develop the mines even though several years had passed since they had been allotted. A report has been sent to the Coal Ministry for action on 8 coal blocks, which include the 4 where de-allocation has been recommended.
ये परफॉर्मेंस का आंकलन करें कि परफॉर्मेंस क्या है। उनकी मिनिस्ट्री ने जो इनको कोल ब्लॉक्स एलोकेट किए थे, उसके पीछे मकसद ये था हमारे देश की कोल डिपार्टमेंट उस कसौटी पर ये कितना खरे उतरे, ये मिनिस्ट्री का आंकलन था और उसी आंकलन के आधार पर उनका सत्ता किया गया। आज 8 की फाइल हमारे पास आई, वो क्लियर कर, बाकी हो सकता है कल भी आए, हो सकता है मंडे को।
Refuting allegations of a coal scam enabled by a weak government policy, the Coal Ministry is expected to submit its defence to a parliamentary committee tomorrow. After the CAG files reports, they move to the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament, which combines MPs from different parties. The Coal Ministry will submit a written reply countering the calculations of the auditor. However, the process of deallocation of coal blocks is getting delayed. Coal Minister Sri Prakash Jaiswal now says that the interministerial group probing the coal block allocations will submit its report on the 16th or 17th of this month.
जैसे कि अभी पहले बिफोर टाइम भी कर दिया, तो जैसे कि 10 ब्लॉक्स में से 4 ब्लॉक्स को डीएलोकेट किया, दूसरी तरफ और कितने ब्लॉक्स है रिव्यू में जो कि डीएलोकेशन के लिए हो सकता है?
रिव्यू में 58 ब्लॉक्स, उसमें 8 चूंकि क्लियर हो गए इसलिए 50 बचे।
होगा ना सर?
उम्मीद यही करना चाहिए
सर
15 के 16 भी हो सकते हैं, 17 भी हो सकता है, एक रोज 2 रोज में कोई भाव नहीं।
The Congress party took on the BJP over the alleged coal scam and accused it of having double standards on the issue. Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, N. Narayanaswamy, accused the then BJP-ruled states of rejecting the auction route for allocation of coal blocks. He further accused the BJP of destabilizing the nation. He went on to dismiss the CAG report as misleading and added that the report does not mention a scam anywhere.
The BJP has no faith in parliamentary democracy, democratic institutions in this country. Therefore, they did not allow the House to function because the BJP's main game plan is to destabilize this nation, destabilize our government.
Narayanaswamy also said that the centre was examining demands for including those allocations made during the NDA rule within purview of the CBI probe. Maintaining that the centre had taken proactive step by ordering probes in March 2012, much before CAG gave its report, he alleged that the BJP was finding the probe inconvenient as it feared that its own leaders would be exposed.
The Chief Minister of Orissa recommended that one coal block previously given to be cancelled and is to be given to Jindal Company. What interest the Chief Minister has in that? I am giving the letter to you because you might be having a preview to that letter. What is the personal interest which the Chief Minister has in that? It has to be investigated. The truth should come out. Because why not? There are so many people, hundreds of people, thousands of people who wanted the coal block. Why only one company you are choosing? What is the reason? Therefore, there is a motive behind it. There is something behind it. That also will be investigated by the CBI and prompt action will be taken by the government.
The fact remains that all this while the government, the representatives of the government, whether it's whether it's the Prime Minister, whether it's Mr. Chidambaram, whether it's Mr. Sibal, or for that matter, Mr. Shri Prakash Jaiswal himself, has been always talking about the IMG. Yesterday there was a reported letter written by the Finance Ministry where they have challenged the authority of the IMG to make recommendations for cancellation of coal blocks. There's a lot of contradictions in the entire statements made by the government, and these contradictions thereby itself establishes the guilt.
More news lined up for you, but on the other side of a very short break. Stay with us.